Okay, good morning and welcome to Yeshiva YouTube Iyun. Today we're learning Maseches Orlah Parak Beis Mishnayos Ted Vav and Ted Zayin. Mishnah Ted Vav is basically a redundancy. It's the same halacha, presumably, as Mishnah Yud. The same achlokas, Rabban and Reb Shimon. Mishnah Yud says in Parak Beis, Tavlin and Shnayim Shlosha Shemos Min Echad Shlosha Aser. They combine. If you have spices, it's the same basil, the same parsley, right? One basil is truma, one is asherah, one is orlah, one is kalei. Each by themselves would not impart a taste in the food. Together they do impart a taste. They're mitzdarif, according to Rabban and Asers. According to Reb Shimon, they're not mitzdarif. Now, we talked about yesterday why Mishnah Yadalid, it's basically the Mishnah says the same halacha when it comes to being machmes, causing a dough to rise, sourdough. Yeah, half of the sourdough is kalei, half of the sourdough is truma. So by themselves, they don't have the shear to be machmes. Together they do. Rabbanan say mitzarif to aser, to the new bread. Rav Shimon says not. Now Mishnah Ted Vav. So I talked about in yesterday in Mitzion why Mishnah Yudal was necessary after Mishnah Yud, but here is even more of a pressing question because Mishnah Ted Vav talks about the exact same thing, tavlin, right? Spices in food. So if it's spices in food, that's exactly what Mishnah Yud was talking about, tavlin, as it says. Mishnah Yud says tavlin. Is there a difference in this Mishnah and Mishnah Ted Vav? So I'm gonna have to give some answer. It's a hard question, but I guess there's two different types of spicing foods, right? Mishnah Yud says Tavlin Shnayim U'Shlosh Shemos Mimin Echad, right? Mishnah Yud is talking about where you took the parsley. Let's say the parsley is the ones that's giving the spice. The dill is what's giving the spice. The dill, it gives more taste. So before you put it in the pot, that's what Mishnah Yud is talking about. Before you put it in the pot, you combine. You have a little bit of dill, of orlah, a little bit of kalei, a little bit of truma. So each of them, right, would not have enough to taste the dill in the soup. However, I took them all together and I threw them together in the soup, and now they have enough. So therefore, the Chum says mitzdarif. But what about? That's what Mishnah Ted Vav is saying. What about tavlin shuma b'shalchai karam shnaflik? You didn't combine them outside of the pot. First, you put in the parsley of truma, and then you put in the parsley or put in the dill of kalei karam. First, the dill of truma, and then the dill of kalei karam. In this case, right, and now they cause a taste of dill. You taste dill in the soup. Now, the Chum say it's mitzdarif. Now, there's more room over here to say it's not mitzdarif. Even the Chum, the motor of Shimon, is not mitzdarif over here because when I took it together, right, one handful of dill, it had different shemos. So together, they already outside of the pot. They were together, so that's mitzdarif them. Here, the taste is coming already there. Well, you could say it's batel once it's put in the pot, right? They didn't presumably fall in the same time. Neither they fell in the same time. They fell in different places in the pot. So therefore, it's chatzi share, it's batel here. Chatzi share is batel here. It tastes like dill, but it's batel. So the idea is, the chiddush of this Mishnah is that nonetheless, even though I put it different times, right? I put it in different places in the pot, it doesn't matter. Since it's now in parts taste, the Chum's shita is that it could still be mitzdarif. And that's why this Mishnah has to be stated over here to tell you the extra chiddush. Hope you enjoyed today's share. See you in the next one.